In continuation of the session 1, let us see the other questions. Meiotic divisions of the secondary oocyte is completed prior to ovulation. Question number answer is 1. According to Robert May, an ecologist, the global species diversity is about 7 million. There are several estimations. Some say 1.5 million, 20 million, 50 million. But according to Robert May, based upon scientific observations, calculations, he came to the conclusion that there are about 7 million species. Some are recorded, majority of them are non-recorded. First phase of the translation is binding of mRNA to ribosome, recognition of DNA molecule, amino acylation of tRNA, recognition of an anticodon. Majority of the students will be carried away by this answer, binding of mRNA to ribosome. But before that only, the amino acids are transferred to specific tRNAs, amino acylation of tRNA. So therefore, the correct answer is 3. Which of the following regions of the globe exhibits highest species diversity? Highest species diversity, sometimes they are called hotspots. All these are, in fact, the regions with high species diversity. Among these, which one? Western Ghats of India, Madagascar, Himalayas, Amazon forest. Amazon forest is the correct answer. Which of the following statement is not correct? Asking in a negative way, not correct. That means the 3 should be correct. In man, insulin is synthesized by proinsulin. Yes, first it is proinsulin, then insulin. It is processed to insulin. The proinsulin is an extra peptide The proinsulin has an extra peptide called C-peptide. Yes. The functional insulin has A and B chains linked together by hydrogen bonds. This is wrong. Insulin is a protein. A and B are peptides. They are linked together by peptide bonds, not by hydrogen bonds. Genetically engineered insulin is produced in E. coli, right? Therefore, 1 is right, 2 is right, 4 is right. The incorrect one is 3. Functional insulin has A, B chains. Up to this it is correct. But where it is wrong, they are linked together by hydrogen bonds, not by hydrogen bonds, but by peptide bonds. Yes. Transverse section of plant shows the following anatomical features. Transverse section of a plant shows following anatomical features. Large number of scattered vascular bundles surrounded by bundle sheath. This is the characteristic feature of monocot stem. Large conspicuous parenchymatous ground tissue. Characteristic feature of dicot stem. Vascular bundles are conjoint closed. Yes, conjoint closed. Then phloem parenchyma absent. Identify the correct plant and its parts. Monocotyledonous stem, monocotyledonous root, dicotyledonous stem, dicotyledonous root. This is the phloem parenchyma is absent in monocotyledonous stem. Match the following columns and select the correct option. Column 1, column 2, 6 to 15 pairs of gill slits, heterocercal caudal fin, air bladder, poison sting. 6 to 15 pairs of gill slits in cyclostomes. Heterocercal caudal fin in Chondrioctis. Air bladder is present in Osteoptis. Poison sting in Trigon. So A, 2, B, 3, C, 4, D, 1. This is first one is correct. From his experiments, Miller produced amino acids by mixing following in a closed flask. Methane, hydrogen, NH3, water vapor at 808 degrees centigrade. All the remaining are wrong. Embryological support for evolution was disapproved, not accepted. Disapproved means not accepted. By whom? Carl Ernest von Baer. Alfred Russel Wallace is the co-author of natural selection theory with Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin, Oparin. So this is Carl Ernest von Baer. Process responsible for facilitating loss of water in liquid from the tip of grass blades at night and early morning is, so in winter season or in the rainy season, if you go out through the grass blades, grass leaves, early morning some droplets will be coming out. That is called guttation. Process is called guttation. This process is not due to transpiration. Transpiration usually takes place during daytime. Imbibition, sucking the water, absorbing the water. Plasmols is not. Therefore, the correct answer is root pressure, because the roots will be continuously absorbing the water. That absorbing water will be expelled through the hydathodes. So the roots will be exerting a pressure. Secondary metabolites such as nicotine, strychnine and caffeine are produced by plants for their. Why some plants produce secondary metabolites? Tannins, resins, glycosides, like this. It is for defense action from insects, from extreme weather conditions, from pathogens, pet bacteria, fungi. So therefore the correct answer is defense. Oxygenation activity of rubisco enzyme in photorespiration leads to the formation of, from photosynthesis chapter, two molecules of 3 carbon compounds. This is correct. Which of the following refers to correct examples of organisms which have evolved due to change in environment brought about by anthropogenic action? Anthropogenic action means because of human action, because of human interference. Anthrop is here human. Refers to correct example or examples. This is incorrect. That is natural selection. There is no involvement of man. Herbicide resistant, drug resistant, man created breeds, domesticated animals like dogs. So B, C, D. 3 is correct. Identify the wrong statement with reference to immunity. Wrong statement. That means 3 should be right. When exposed to antigen, antibodies are produced in host body is called active immunity. Yes. When a pathogen, when a chemical of pernicious nature enters into body that functions as the antigen, in response to that, our immune system becomes active. When ready-made antibodies are directly given to, it is called passive immunity or passive immunization. Passive immunization. Active immunity is quick and gives full response. Then fetus receives some antibodies from mother. It is an example of passive immunity. Receives antibodies from mother through placenta. It is passive immunity. So therefore, answer is active immunity is quick and gives full. If active immunity gives full and response, then there should not be any infection. So among these, this is incorrect. Wrong statement. Correct answer is 3. By which method was a new breed Hisardale of sheep formed using Buccaneer ewes and Merino rams? Outcrossing, mutation breeding, crossbreeding, inbreeding. So here itself there is an answer here. It is crossbreeding. A cross between this and this. Identify the correct statement with reference to human digestive system. Ileum opens into the small intestine. The correct statement. Serosa is the innermost layer of the alimentary canal. Helium is highly coiled part. Vermiform appendix arises from duodenum. Which one? Helium opens into the small intestine. Serosa is the innermost layer of the alimentary canal. Helium is highly coiled. Vermiform appendix arises from duodenum. Identify the correct statement with reference to this. Helium is highly coiled part. Helium is highly coiled part. Correct. Then these are from industrial microbiology, microbes and human beings. Clostridium butylicum, the name itself suggests industrially it produces butyric acid. This organism is industrially used to produce the butyric. Trichoderma polysporan, Monascus purpureus, Aspergillus niger produces citric acid. Then Monascus purpureus produces cyclosporin A, Trichoderma polysporum, blood cholesterol agent. Therefore, correct answer. You choose that accordingly. Clostridium, butyric acid. Aspergillus, citric acid. Monascus, cyclosporin. Trichoderma, blood cholesterol lowering agent. Presence of which of the following conditions in urine are indicative of diabetes mellitus, type 2 diabetes? Which of the following conditions in urine? This ketonuria, ketone bodies. Ketone bodies will be more in urine, and similarly sugar, glycosuria, loss of sugar through the urine. This. 3. Floridian starch has structure similar to this amylopectin and glycogen. It is present in rhodophysin members just like polycyphon. Select the option including all sexually transmitted diseases. Some are airborne, some are waterborne, some are foodborne, some are sexually transmitted. Which one? 1. Gonorrhea, syphilis, genital herpes. This is virus, this is bacterial, this is bacterial. Malaria is not sexually transmitted, it is mosquito-borne. Genital herpes, AIDS, malaria, filaria, cancer, AIDS. So therefore the correct answer is 1. Then unicellular algae. 2 are given. Laminaria sargassum. This belongs to Phaeophyceae members. Phaeophyceae members are multicellular. Gelidium gracilarius, also Phaeophyceae members. Anabina volvox, this is colonial form. So therefore the remaining is chlorella and spirulina. Which of the following hormone levels will cause the release of ovulation from the Graafian follicles during the ovulation process? This is high concentration of estrogen. Match the following and select the correct option. Bt cotton, very clear, Bacillus thuringiensis. RNA I, cellular defense. PCR, detection of HIV. So, in order to tackle this adenosine deamine deficiency, gene therapy methods are used. A4, B1, C2, D3. 4, 1, 2, 3. So, therefore, correct answer is 1. Montreal Protocol was signed in 1987 for the control of emission of ozone depleting substances. Ozone layer will be in the upper layer of the atmosphere. This protects the earth from the UV radiation. Because of the pollution, air pollution, the ozone layer is slowly becoming depleted. It is becoming thin. Some holes are formed according to some people. So therefore, this protocol in 87 is for reducing the pollutants and depleting the ozone layer. ovary is of inferior in plum, apple, they belong to same family, rosaceae. Enzyme enterokinase helps in conversion of trypsinogen to trypsin. Trypsinogen to trypsin. Inactive, active. Match the trophic levels with their correct species examples in grassland ecosystem. First traffic level, grass. Second traffic level, rabbit, vegetarians. Third traffic level, crow. Fourth traffic level, vulture. So fourth is 2, second is 3, C is 4, D is crow. Which one? A, fourth trophic level, 2. Second trophic level, rabbit, 3. First trophic level, 4. Third traffic level, 1. This is correct. Okay. Now let us continue in the third session.